At SureCart, we're always building something new into the product. We're listening to you. We're building what you ask us for. We're building what we know we want to add into the product. But I wanted to make this single video right now to go over the things that we're actively working on right now, so you know what to expect over the coming weeks and maybe month or two. So I have this presentation that we'll go over where I list them all out. This is going to be super casual, just the direct thoughts. I'm not going to be showing demos and things like that. So I just want to cover what we're working on. So I have 10 things here, and then I'm going to ask you for some help with the last bit that I mentioned. So the first one is multi-currency. This has been one of the top requested features to add to SureCart, and we've been working on this for maybe 6 weeks or so. The way this is going to work is there's actually two ways of implementing multi-currency. There's one way where the merchant is going to be the one responsible for paying all the Forex, the foreign exchange fees, and there's a lot of risks and liabilities. The other way, the buyer will pay the Forex, the foreign exchange, but they don't actually really have to pay a fee because typically banks and credit cards convert currencies and they're pretty accurate of a conversion. There isn't hefty fees that merchants typically have to pay when they're receiving funds in different currencies. So we are implementing the second way. So what will happen is you can choose to display the cost of your products converted to the local currency of the person on your store page. So this is going to work really good for businesses that have operations or buyers around the world or in different geographical areas. And it makes it so much nicer to see the cost of a product in your currency. So for example, digital sellers or memberships or different types of products where you're not having to ship it. This works out great for that. Or if you're selling physical products and you ship worldwide, it's nice to be able to show the buyer what it's going to cost in their local currency. And there'll be options there for making the exchange look nice. I forget what they call it. I think they call it pretty pricing or something like that. I must be butchering it. But that's where you don't have, for example, a product costing $26.12. So you can always round it up to $26.99 or something like that. So there's an actual term for that, but we'll support that as well. The beauty of this is the buyer will still be purchasing in the store's currency as the merchant. You don't have to pay the foreign exchange fees, and you also don't carry the liability of issuing a refund if the foreign currency values have changed and now you stand to lose a lot of money. So you can avoid all of that, and there's no negative effect to the buyer because credit cards instantly will change the currency, and there's no hefty fee or any fee at all for the buyer. So it's pretty much a win-win, and this is what most e-commerce platforms do. The next one is our agency partner program. Now, this is actually very close to the first phase of it being released. I'm really excited about this. This is basically us trying to create a flywheel effect for agencies, people that want to use SureCart to build their client stores, and where we can help agencies generate more recurring revenue, predictable revenue for their agency. So the first way that you'll see this is the stores under your accounts that are your clients, you'll be able to add a transaction fee that would apply to all of the purchases in their store. For example, if you have a client and part of your arrangement with them is you're going to add a 1% transaction fee to all of the transactions on their store, you'll be able to do this. And this is a very unique capability to SureCart that we're going to be giving agencies. This will actually be available on all of our plans. And it also opens up the door for different types of ways to use this. So you can use this with clients, or if you want to partner with a third party and you want to share the revenue that comes through the store, this is a way to do that. And it all happens automatically in each transaction. Now, the second way an agency will be able to generate recurring revenue is those scenarios where your client wants you to transfer the store to them. You can transfer it to them, create it under your account, transfer it to them. There's no links they have to click on. There's no weird processes. They can just receive the store, sign up for a plan, and we'll share all that revenue with the agency into perpetuity. So there's a real big advantage to building your store with SureCart, or building your client stores with SureCart, and then transferring the store to them. So that's going to be the first phase of the agency partner program. The later phases, what we're going to do is we're going to have a ranking system that we implement for agencies based on transactional volume, and we'll rank you maybe a gold agency. We haven't decided the names of the tiers, platinum agency, and what we want to do is then display, with the partner's permission, display that on the front end of our website. So we'll build an agency partner directory on the front of the SureCart website. So a lot of times what happens is someone discovers SureCart, they come there, but they would prefer to hire someone to implement it for them. And I totally get it. If you want to move quicker, just pay someone that's done this a million times. So we will display the agencies participating in the agency partner program, and we'll also rank you based upon your transactional volume, different metrics like that. So this is going to be a great way to give business to an agency, which then they'll use SureCart for the project. And so that's going to be the later phase that will come later next year. Another side note with that, what's going to be nice, and we've been working on this for a while, and we will get there in 2025, is making it so your clients, or actually it doesn't matter, your clients, it could be anyone, can manage their store on the SureCart platform, not having to log into WordPress. This is going to be beautiful for agencies that have clients. Instead of sending your client into the WordPress site to manage the store, you can send them to a dedicated interface in the platform for managing all aspects of their store. Okay, moving on. Next one, Elementor Pro integration. We've been working on an integration with Elementor Pro. It has to be Elementor Pro because we need some of the features that are only found in Elementor Pro, such as their loop builder and their dynamic content. So we've been working on that. There's been some technical challenges. I think there might be one remaining technical challenge that we have to overcome. But we want to get a beta of this out in the next coming weeks. So we'll do it the same way we did the Bricks Builder integration. We'll release it first as a beta and let people try it out, discover as many bugs as we can before we release it out to everyone. Next, Square and Razorpay. So let's talk about payment gateways. Our integration with Square is done. We're just doing a bunch of deep testing. We will most likely have that out in a matter of weeks. And Razorpay is very far along. We fully built it. We fully tested it all out. There's just one remaining blocker. We had this challenge with PayPal as well. So if you're not familiar, PayPal and Razorpay have this same restriction on selling subscriptions using their payment service. With PayPal, what happens is, if you want to sell subscriptions, you can't just create a PayPal account and sell subscriptions. You have to go to them and ask them to allow you to do it. And they say no a lot of times. So when we were building our PayPal integration, we went to PayPal and we worked in an arrangement where if you're just a merchant selling with SureCart, you can sell subscriptions on day one, no special permission required. So Razorpay works the same exact way. And what we're trying to do is work with Razorpay so that anyone who uses SureCart can start selling subscriptions and installment plans right away. Now, unfortunately, that's out of our control. We are working with Razorpay on that. We would love to get this shipped as soon as possible, but we're kind of at their mercy on this arrangement being set up. And so we'll keep you updated on that. And what's pretty nice that some of the SureCart merchants mentioned was Razorpay is also in Malaysia under a different name, but with the same APIs. So what we're doing is we're looking into that right now. We'd love to also tackle Malaysia through the Razorpay equivalent service that they have in that country. Okay, so we have checkbox filters. I'm going to have to describe this. This is the one where showing you would probably have been much better. Checkbox filters are, you'll see them on a lot of e-commerce sites when you go to what we call the shop page. That's the list of all the products. Right now, our filters show on the top, but we're going to have an option to have those filters appear in a column on the left, and they can have all of your filters, colors, sizes, or whatever filters that you've put in there, or taxonomies in there. Sorry to get all technical. You'll be able to do it with checkboxes. So someone can just check the box. I want to see all the blue shirts. Check the box that says blue. Then they'll see the filter there. Everything's filtered, and then they can remove it if they want. So this is coming. We've had that asked of us, and this is coming. All right, so this is the first 5. Let's go on to the next 5 things. And first, these are smaller ones, but I kind of like the smaller things that we're working on because it's just refining the product and refining the experience that you get to provide to your customers. So we are adding address, country limiting. Let me show you what this is. If you ship products and you go in, you set up your shipping rates and where you ship to, no longer when someone gets to the checkout page and it asks them to choose their country, is it going to show this long list of countries. It's only going to show the countries that you ship to. So this obviously makes sense, and this is coming very soon. Next, order a couple of reports. We have the most amazing, if you haven't tried it, we have the most amazing reporting system and dashboard system. We have all the logic in place. We can easily add new reports. So we've got a few new reports that are coming in. The first one is going to be an order bump report. Basically, what this is going to do is show you how many times did the order bump display and how many times did people take up that order bump. So you're going to get this conversion rate, and you're also going to see all the revenue that you generate for your order bumps broken all down by order bump offer. The reason it's that way is because our order bump system works based on rules. So you can make it so an order bump doesn't display for everyone. It only displays targeted towards certain situations. So you're going to get to see all of that in a report. It's going to be great. And we have another report. It's a refund report. So you're going to be able to get this list of all the refunds that you have issued. And you'll obviously, it's not an exciting report, right? Like who wants to see this? But we've had it asked, and so we're delivering it. And you can export this list. We can export any of this data, but you'll be able to export your list of refunds. And the same thing, purchase report for every single sale. You'll just be able to pull up a list of the orders in a report and export the orders and all the data associated with those orders. And the last thing is an integrations highlight. So SureCart integrates with so many different tools, and there's a lot of tools that are building integrations natively with SureCart, and we just want to make sure people know about this. So it's going to initially be in our settings, and we'll add also, eventually we'll get to adding a directory of some sort on our website, but you'll be able to go to settings, it'll say integrations, and we'll list all the integration partners. So if you're watching this and you've built an integration for your product with SureCart, we want to know about it so that we can get you in there. It's going to look beautiful, this integrations page. Right now, I'm giving it a glance over to make any kind of improvements. We'll be able to display a video about the integration, all this kind of stuff, and then a link back to the integrator's website. So this is going to be really helpful to help merchants understand what they can do and what they can connect with right out of the box with SureCart. So the last thing is I am asking you for some help for some of your suggestions. What we want to do is improve our product pages. So we're basically wondering what elements do we need to add as components that you can add to product pages. So I have a couple off the top of my mind, related products. We've had this requested. So you're looking at the product and there's related products down below, or actually it could be wherever you want it to be. That is what we're looking for. So related products, but we already got that on the list. And then an inventory counter or a way to display the current inventory on the front end. This is really good to have as well. So we know that we need to build this, and this is already on the list, but I want to know what your suggestions are. I've got some ideas. I need to sit down and organize them. I would like to display something regarding shipping, so some dynamic shipping information, but it's worded in a real natural way. Have it in 2 days, have it in 1 day. It's going to make it there before Christmas. These types of things. So I'd like to do that. There's other scarcity related things I'd like to add there to encourage people to take action and make purchases. So I'd love to have that as well. So we just want to ask you, this is the perfect place. You can ask down in the comment section down below. We also have an ideas board where you can add your requests regarding this, but we'd love to hear from you. What ideas do you have that can go into a product page? Oh, there's another thing I didn't list it here for the product page that is already on our mind, displaying images in different ways. So basically taking the gallery and have multiple gallery layouts and more options with the image gallery. So we know that. Another one I know people are going to ask, we already know we want to make it easy or some real easy way to add a video. You technically can do this right now, but I think there's ways that we might be able to make it a little easier as well. So anyways, what are your ideas? We would love to know. You can tell us in the comment section down below. We'll keep tabs on this video. You can tell us on our ideas board where merchants are giving us feature requests all the time. But I would love to hear what your ideas are there. And so also, if you don't have any ideas on the product page, maybe tell us what out of these 10 new things that are coming are you most excited about? Let us know down below. Hey, thanks for watching this video and being a SureCart merchant. We're excited to push the limits of SureCart and what it can do for you and for your business.